Oh, it's
Can
not.
everybody hear me okay? No. Can everybody hear me okay now?
No, no, it's not.
Alright. This poem is called Tug of War. Can you hear me? There's a microphone. Try it.
This poem is called Tug of War. Imagine waking up in the morning 5:30 as you are met by the eyes of that one person you despise the most as he smiles and says, "Rise and shine." Accustomed to his habitual daily ritual, I save myself the time, avoiding the lines disguised behind his iris and simply meeting him with closed eyes, denying him the vaguest notion of regard, the slightest inkling of concern, and his tears begin trickling as he yearns for my help, yelps his all too familiar screech of desperation as he beseeches my support, pleads his pleas of agony, please, I need you. And it is in the sincerity of his voice that my soul leaves me no choice but to respond. I ignore the sensation of guile that pervades within me from my head to my toes and open an ear of sympathy all the while my eyes remain closed. But please, by no means should you feel tender-heartedness for his plight. You see, he constructs the exact same sob story every solitary night and rehearses it until I wake. The poignancy of his contentions are backed by the buoyancy of his intentions. He is a master of duplicity. He lost his morality long ago and simply uses me for formality in his newfound publicity in which he so happily basks and asks me to fulfill the task of serving as his master. I cloak the blemishes of his faith as it wavers, and he returns the favor by stabbing me in the back. I conceal his zeal for extravagance and luxury with a pastoral array, hide the weeds that have replaced the seeds of his creed with a floral bouquet, all in order to maintain civilian oblivion to his moral decay. But today is the day I stop the charade. Today is the day I rain on his parade. From this point forward, I abscond from the bonds that make him so fond of my facade. I renounce any ounce of the illusion that causes the confusion that is his mirage. I will no longer be the gauze on his flaws. Why? Because his aimlessness is matched only by his shamelessness. Because he acknowledges his faults and still persists. Has the words of God embedded in his brain and still resists. These words that hold the cure and answer to the cancer that is his apathy. These words that provide the urge to purge his soul of misdeeds, the surge to converge on his creed and diverge every adulterated part of these words that have yet to reach the callous walls of his callous heart. Instead, he falls prey to the devil's tactics and journeys through life tactless. His iconoclastic mentality has left me flabbergasted and utterly confounded. How can he neglect established ideals for ones that are unfounded? Behind the blinds of my eyelids lie my eyes astounded as they question if Allah hadn't blessed him to be born on this land. Would he have found it? Because every time good comes one way, you find him going the opposite way, representing the true teachings of Islam only on opposite day. And he claims to want to change the world, to start a movement, points the finger at the man when three beg him for self-improvement, preaches abstinence and finds himself indulging in amusement, seeks inclusion into circles from which he once sought exclusion. What devices of delusion and confusion are we called humans? Yet as much as he loves to hate me, I hate to love him. My chastisement of him stems only from my desire to see him flourish and shine. I seek a panoramic panacea for a narrow-minded mind, for a hollow-hearted, shallow soul, hoping I can find a vessel of reform to weather his storm and hitchhike a ride, to better his ways, alter his ways, and embrace the turning tide. But he flagrantly rebels in his pride, a vagrant who takes the devil as his guide, and I stand disheveled on the side of his fast lane, holding the signs and cups of hope, begging for change, and he remains adamant in his recalcitrance. He can't shake the glow of his limelight, reassure me that he'll change when the time comes, and I find that he's beyond conceiving. I feel that I've exhausted every effort until all my energy is depleted, but they say if you can't beat them, join them, but who do you join when yourself defeated? You see, this morning when the cycle of his cunning restarted, I decided to put an end to his nonchalance. Yet when I confronted him, it was stunning to find that I received No response. Enraged, I disengaged the restriction on my eyes and made myself a little clearer, and I wish I hadn't. Because nothing could assuage the pain I felt when I found myself gazing into the mirror.